Okay, let's try that again. 82-year-old legendary South African boxer Tap-Tap Makhathini has taken the sport so that he loves so much to where it all started for him. Yesterday, Tap-Tap Academy hosted a boxing championship, KwaDukuza, formerly known as Stanger, and that is where the legendary boxer had his first bout back in his heydays. And Tap-Tap has roped in his family to be part of this stable. They're playing many roles here, and we are now joined live in studio by boxing promoter Cebiso Makhathini to talk more about this academy. Good evening, Cebiso, and thanks for being here with us on SABC.
Good evening, sir, and thanks for the opportunity for being here in the studio too as well.
Yeah, you can just call me Tabi, so it's okay. I know I look like a sir. But tell us about the Tap-Tap Makhathini Foundation, though. What's the thinking and the idea behind it?
So, Tabi, Tap-Tap Makhathini Foundation, was initiated by Ubaba, or Dr. Tap-Tap Makhathini. Yes, absolutely. He was the one that established it so that they could be youth, to teach the youth how to box, to teach the youth how to incentivize themselves in the sports field. So that is when the Tap-Tap Makhathini Foundation was created, to actually give the opportunity to the youth as well to also grow in the sport of boxing.
So are you also training them to be professional, or is it just about them being active?
Well, I am training, the team is. We're training them from amateur, so it's now open style boxing, into professional. That is why we've got the professional, we do the professional tournaments as well. So we take them down there we grow them into professional so that they can be champs. We want more champs in our province as well too.
How did the tournament go then yesterday?
Yeah, the tournament was amazing. Well, we sweat there and there, but it all went good. I mean, we were able to accomplish 2 belts, the KZN and the South African female belt, which was amazing. They played very, very well. And it shows that they did extra work on it too as well, yeah.
And let's talk about Baba, the legend, Tap-Tap Makhathini. He was actually back in the dark days of apartheid, the first black boxer to fight against a white boxer in a multiracial tournament back in the early 70s. How is he doing at the moment?
Absolutely, Cebiso. He goes way back. Actually, going to KwaDukuza gave him a glimpse of where he comes from, because KwaDukuza is where he actually came and rose to be a champion. So he's doing well. It's just that now he is aging gracefully, so he doesn't travel much, but then he is capable in doing.
So he was at the tournament?
He was at the tournament as well, and he was graced by the appearance of our president, Tami Mthuni from Sports Confit, and all the guests. I mean, most of the people from KwaDukuza were quite happy, astonished to actually see him again. You know, they was like, wow, this is our rising champ, one of our own.
Yes, and do you think then he has received the recognition that he deserves, because he broke barriers back in the dark days?
Absolutely, although I wasn't there as yet, but with the stories he tells me and where he comes from, he has got some recognition, but I believe we can still do more, because there's still room for more. I mean, growing the academy will actually give him much peace, because it's actually going out there to different districts, actually showcasing the skills of boxing and actually giving the youth an opportunity to actually grow too as well.
Yeah, and I've spoken to a number of promoters in the past. It's not easy to host a tournament and to run an academy. What kind of support then are you getting as the foundation?
Well, you can say that again, Tabi. So it's not easy, you know, sleepless nights. But then we have been getting support from the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture. We also been getting support from the municipality of KwaDukuza, of which they've done a magnificent job in actually supporting the event to actually happen. So now we're looking actually to, we're reaching out to all the also municipalities to assist us in doing such in hosting events. This is actually giving them opportunity to grow, because in actually hosting more events, you're actually giving the boxers capability to grow more, so that we can get more belts. We want WBC, we want your belts from overseas who come here in South Africa.
And especially because Ubaba is still alive, and surely he needs to get his flowers while he can still smell them, and get this support while he's still around, and to see it also.
Absolutely, Cebiso. You know, he shed tears yesterday. the excitement he got to say, well, see it actually happen. You know that this is where he was, this is where he trained, and this is where he became a champ. Now going back after how many years? 40 years, going back to where he was, it actually gave him good, I don't know how to put it, but it was amazing.
How does he look back at his boxing career? I'm sure he's told you some of the stories. You know, is he proud of what he achieves? Does he have any regrets because of the time that he fought in, maybe couldn't go internationally?
Well, to tell you the honest truth, he's like, yo, he wish he fought nowadays because where they used to fight for R2.
Yeah.
He's like, but it's all the passion. It's because of the love of the sport. So he tells me a lot of stories, the process of actually going through as a boxer. He actually pushed me to be a promoter, to actually help other boxers as well develop. So it was all his idea at the back of the story. But in all, he's quite happy of where he is right now, seeing the academy rising, seeing the academy working, doing what he wants it to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did he also not push you into the ring? When did you wear the gloves?
I have wore the glove. He did push everyone at home. Well, that is where I was staying in Durban because I was still at school. So he actually took to Makhathini to actually help me train. And then thereafter he said, okay, you know what, go and be a promoter, try. That's when I tried with the development, and as I grew onward with the assistance of our colleagues from KZN, and then we grew up to professional. Now we want to do more international fights so that we can also help the boxing industry as well.
And do you want to keep it with KZN? Within KZN, do you want to take his legacy and his name around the country?
Oh, absolutely. That's the plan. We want to go abroad. Yes.
Oh, abroad. Okay.
Absolutely. We have to go abroad. Because he then tells me that he wishes that he actually went overseas. Well, there is a story, Cebiso. Before he became professional, he actually lost an opportunity of going to Australia. And that time he was very frustrated, but he also says thank you because maybe he wouldn't be where he is right now. Because they took amateur boxers, they went to Australia, I think it was in the late 60s back then, and then he stayed back. He only then became professional in 1971. When those boxers came back from Australia, he was just flying past them. Absolutely.
Where does he feel, and also you, because you're in this space, where do you feel boxing is in South Africa at the moment?
It's trying. It's from what I've heard and from what I've seen through radios or through television. It's going back to where it's supposed to be, but we haven't reached it yet. But it's trying with the support, you know, and we also reaching out for private entities. If they can come on board, I think boxing will get back to where it was used to be.
Yeah, because there's a belief that you just need to go to the municipality or the department, but it's also important, like you're saying, for corporate to also come on board and support the sport.
Absolutely, I believe so, because you'd see with the pictures my dad has, is that you'll have your different companies there.
King Kong.
Yes, absolutely. And those would actually help promoters to actually host events. You know, my dad used to tell me that they used to go for an event on a Wednesday during the week. Imagine, and we only waiting for weekends. So this year can happen like month on and month on.
Wonderful, Cebiso. So you're doing some great work to keep the champ's legacy alive. Glad he's still going strong and he can see this, and hopefully you will get more support and keep us posted with what's happening with the Tap-Tap Makhathini Foundation.
Absolutely. No, thanks a lot. We are wishing to do more events. We are wishing to grow the academy. And as we said, we want to go abroad. We want to do all that we can with the support. Absolutely. We're also reaching out for support too as well, so that we can help grow the boxing industry.
Wonderful. And we'll continue giving you the platform to spread that message. Cebiso Makhathini, the son of the legendary Tap-Tap Makhathini, joining us.